Hey guys, welcome to M&M Plants. Today's video is about heartleaf philodendron, or it is also known as Brazilian philodendron because it has originated from Brazil. Now, it is definitely a tropical loving plant because it is from the Philodendron pothos family. Uh, 8 months ago, I very well remember that I had shot the video for this very same plant, exact same plant, same pot. Nothing's changed. I haven't changed the moss pole. The only thing that has changed is time, and with time, I've given it a lot of love and the care that has gone. But if you have a look at the growth or at the size of the plant 8 months ago, and you then compare it with what it's now, it is a massive difference. And that is the reason I couldn't stop myself from sharing the journey that I have had in last 8 months with this beautiful plant. And also, I would like to say that the reason I have such a beautiful philodendron plant is because I am not taking a lot of care of this plant. I'm taking very basic care. And I've realized with my experience that when you overdo something, it just ruins everything, especially with plants and garden. You need to take care, but don't do it too much, because when you do too much, you'll just mess with the system of the plant. So I'll just share a few tips. Like, first of all, I want to share that I don't give it direct sunlight. uh, I give it filtered light, but it gets filtered indirect light throughout the day. So this is outside my house. This is not an inside. Like, this is an indoor plant. You can keep it inside the house, but I have kept it outside and under the green net, so it gets filtered light, but it gets that light throughout the day. And I have experienced that because it is getting that filtered light throughout the day, this beautiful pattern on the leaves is there for every single leaf. Otherwise, if it's only a green leaf, then it's not, the look of this plant won't come up. Some leaves are yellow, some are green, some are yellow and green mix, some are different shades of green, and some are different shades of yellow. That's the beauty of this plant. Like, no two leaves, they look exactly the same. That's the beauty. The next thing is water. So I do water this plant once in a week, only if the soil is dry, and I always water the moss pole. So because I water the moss pole, what happens is all the roots and the stems attached to the moss pole, they will get the water, and I water it thoroughly whenever I water. And that's how, when I see that the soil is like dry, and I will water it. I even don't water if the soil is moist. I wait for the soil to be completely dry, and then I'll water it thoroughly. And I'll also make sure that when I water it, I'll give it a good shower just to clean my plant, because again, this is a tropical loving plant, so they do get a lot of rain, and it's good to give it a good shower every now and then when you water it, so that the plant is always nice and clean. Now, what I've started doing is, not in winters, but in spring and summers, I fertilize this plant monthly. So every month I will give it good seaweed fertilizer, and whenever I add water, I'll just give it like one spoon of maybe seaweed fertilizer mixed in water, and then put it in the soil, because in the soil I want those nutrients to get mixed. And I think that is the magic. That is really doing magic for this plant. But yes, like, it's winter. The winter started this year a bit early. So from June, I haven't given it any fertilizer. June, July, August, I'll not give any fertilizer. But apart from that, I'll give it monthly basis. Next thing I want to cover is soil. So if you look at the soil is normal soil. It's a loose soil, normal garden soil, a little bit of compost, as in organic compost or cow manure, and a little bit of bone meal powder. I do give it bone meal powder once in 3 months. So every 3 months, I'll just sprinkle a little bit of bone meal on the top layer of the soil, and that's enough. And the dead leaves of the plant, what I'll do is, I'll not throw it away. I'll put it on the top layer of the soil, because that will create the mulching effect, because I feel that such tropical plants, they love mulch. So when you mulch the top layer of the soil, the moisture is like kind of locked in the soil, and I think the roots love it. That is also helping this plant to do so well. All in all, I would say that I'm a very, very proud parent of this plant. I think this is one of my plants that I just love looking at because of its growth. And again, I feel that The reason it is doing so well is because I don't touch it a lot, I don't shift it here and there a lot. I just leave the plant, I just let it live its life on its own term. And when I feel it needs water, give it water. When I feel that okay, it's been a month, give it some fertilizer, I'll give it fertilizer, and that's it. There is nothing special I'll do for the plant. So I think that is the magic. And yes, I would recommend you doing the same. But I hope you liked this video, and if you have loved the content, please do consider subscribing the channel, because I'll be putting in more and more videos regarding my gardening experience of many years.